Warning, this video contains spoilers for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Hey everyone, Ravinous here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, where last time we made our way across the Ruby Sea, only to find that Yotsuyu, who's the viceroy for the Imperials right now, was kind of messing with some villagers, getting them to essentially kill each other. But Gosetsu turned himself in order to save the villagers, and now he told us to go to the tower and find help so that way we can try to save him. So we are here, we were attacked by these walrus monsters, and now I need to catch up with the girls who made their way inland while I took care of a few last time. So let's make our way over. Okay, I see a boat over there. Guess I should mount up, get on my cloud. And what is that there? Is that another A rank? Maybe? I don't know. It's awful imposing. Phew, that went better than expected. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Okay, bye Funa Yuri thingy. Is that a... Oh. I think that was a fate that gives you an achievement. Oh well. Not like that'll be the last time it's up. Oh well. Yeah, a bit of a shame. But, oh. Crick. This looks like we have a proper settlement. So that's the way of it. Oh, there's a settlement here, and they've got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tensui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, let's go with healing boots. Means this is a Confederate settlement. There's no mistaking that design. It has to be them. Ooh, Eastern Bow. Let's compare that real quick. Okay, it's not as good as my stuff, so we'll have to go... I also don't know which one we'll go this time. Because we have... Oh, we'll go scouting. Because if I look at this, fending, look at vitality, that's a 107 vitality. Oh, that's actually good for everybody except for my striking. Okay. I think that's going to be the point of it now, is everything's going to be better than what I have except for striking, until it is better than striking. So, it would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for our aid and succor, the self-same Confederacy that refused to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At least at the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. It's true. But right at the base of the tower. Alright, so... I might as well check in with everything. The transport and the aetheryte there. Falcon Porter, good evening. You report, okay, first time. Okay, you do take me back to Kugane, so that'll be helpful. Same with being able to teleport here. See, now, the, transportation is useful because I can't fly yet. And, like, to get here, I'd either have to teleport or fly, or, swim. Which, that's a bit of a swim. Well, away from the corner to here. So, useful. Got merchant, mender, weather person, some other person. Alright, well, we're here now. Tansui himself. Look who I found. This should make things easier. What winds brings you hither of all places? Were you not bound for Othard's shores? Yeah, well, they were attacked. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to Captain Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. And this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me at Ravinous Stall. Oh, you better do it right. Sasaki. I like how I didn't even look at the map, I just know which way to go. That makes sense. You'd be up here. Now I am looking at the map because multiple directions. Looks like a... Oh. Probably up there. Good call. I need to go around, though. How does we get over there? Up there, maybe? I don't know. Well, before we leave, we'll pick it up. I was thinking that maybe I should be the one to do this. It's never this simple, not with pirates. And if they're anything like Caravalian, then may the gods have mercy on us all. There he is then, our illustrious leader. Speak, no need to be shy. Hi, Rasho. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found all over the world, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. That's the deal. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Asari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Alright. All ties that bind a man must be renounced without exception if he is to find a place here. Former lovers and bitter enemies alike must learn to bury their past and work side by side, or else be cast out. No matter how deep a man's hatreds may run, he cannot let them dictate his actions. The good of the Confederacy takes precedence over all. The captain's word is final. I can't say I didn't warn you. Alright. There they are. Yep. Hi. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Here, Ravinous, I know they didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gusetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. He would have we just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know of that, we will learn how to earn their trust. So, talk to them, do side quests and whatnot. How about I go and get an Aether Current? That'd be nice. There it is. Always helpful. Alright, where's the next one? Farther to the west. Huh. How far to the west? Well, I know, in number-wise, but I can't really put a logical distance at that. Over there somewhere. You know what? Let's take a side trip and go find it. Wee! Ow. Alright. Northwest. So up this way. West. There it is. That's simple enough. That one wasn't a hard find. You know, I think we passed right by here when we were looking at that fate earlier. That's okay. Found it now. Okay, what's around here? Northeast, about 300. So we're talking about the pier, maybe? Let's go take a look. And then we'll circle around, get back to the encampment, and continue on with the quests. But these are just as important, because we need to be able to fly pretty soon. Also need to dive pretty soon, so see how that goes. Should be pretty close. There it is, on the boat, at the pier. Just as I suspected. Nice that this place has like 3 currents at it. Alright. Here we go. Current. Alright. And where's the next one? About 500 to the east, so we're talking like Coral Banquet, which I think that's a bit too far off course. Okay, jump back up there. Alright. Well, okay. Have to swim back to shore. So yeah, I think the Coral Banquet's a bit too far out of the way. We do kind of need to stick with the story for now. But I believe this is a zone. Yeah, it's probably way over there. Wow, that's creepy. That's weird looking. But yeah, as I said, we're going to stick with the story a bit. But before we leave this zone, because I don't believe there is any locked off areas here. Maybe. Well, I see a ramp up there. I think we could be able to fly before we leave. Alright, let's take a look at your weapons. Arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Alright. But yeah, being able to fly in this zone will definitely help. Well, there's Alice. I saw Lisa over there. Such unusual designs. Unlike the standards of most nations and organizations, they have chosen to incorporate a variety of symbols, a testament to their diverse heritage. Probably. Oh, there's one. Crates. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. All right. So piled up weapons and armor, empty crates. They got plenty to eat by the looks of it, though it's mostly the same stuff. I wonder if they trade trade much with outsiders. Maybe? I don't know, but if I were to guess, my last information would be on this pier. Perhaps. Yep, there it is. Alright. Nawashiro. How you doing? Huh, taking interest in the ship? Yeah, good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time, she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of small ships to capture. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like the Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, what with Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? So a lot of these, it seems to me, over in this area, they're really just bending to the Empire's whims, just so that the Empire won't crush them. It's what Yotsuyu said about, it's better to bend with the wind, blah blah blah, and they really have that mindset put in here. But I also know that that's a very common Far Eastern saying, even in the real world. Whereas here in the Western world, it's the opposite. So, had a good look around. Then we need to wait for Lise. Alright. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tensui said. They have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Let's see. I think the situation is coming to a head. Because they're really pissed off about the Imperials throwing their weight around. I think both of these say the same thing. Under the right circumstances, they might help us. I think the situation is coming to a head. Really, it could be just one big paragraph. So let's think the situation is coming to a head. Because I think it's about things are about to break. Agreed. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it's inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down, they all know it. Only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. Yep. What better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? You're going to be doing side quests again, aren't you? Wouldn't be the first time that we had to earn people's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. In other words, you're running away from it. Yes, I know how this goes. Let me take here. I guess the eastern bow, though. Learned eastern bow. So, let's see if I can get it to work with... Yep. I knew the short phrase already. Good. Alright, put those there. So, it's not side quest, it's main quest that we have a couple to do. We might as well pick them all up. They're main story side quests. Check the compass. Yeah, way over there. Alright, let's get to it. Nafumi. Oh, there's a vantage point up there. A vista. I can't reach it because I can't fly. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from a far-flung shores. Listen well, I have a task for you. First, go to Aokumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Ah. Then take to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate quickly. Okay, but curiously, I want to go up here. Anything up here? So I didn't go up here because I went to talk to the captain and then I went back down. So I have no idea what's up here. Oh. Oh. This is the tower. Heaven on high. Turn around back where you came. This is restricted area. I wonder if this is a dungeon. It'd be cool if it was a dungeon. When I look at that and think I could go inside, I am reminded of those various events in games where you have the kind of the arena format where you go up floors, fight enemies, that opens up the next floor, go up, fight enemies, go up the next floor, fight enemies. It really reminds me of that type of situation. I wonder if that's either in the game or going to be added to the game at some point. I imagine that could get old at a certain point, but it'd be interesting. Unless, is that the new deep dungeon? I think I found the new deep dungeon. The deep dungeons being the randomly generated arena like Palace of the Dead. That's where I would put it. Okay, Aokumo. Alright, come on behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. Thank you. How pitiful the lot of this Doman, unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Maybe this one should return whence he came. Alright, but we need to go to the pier to drop that off. So before we head out, let's go and pick up a few more tasks. Kajika? Alright. You strike me as a strong, capable individual. I have a job for you. Westerner, if you're... I have a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies a carcass of a Gyuki feathered with arrows. We saw that. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you're at it, I'd be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat, Yuki tails, you know. But I did say you'd need me a courageous sort, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns his child. Oh, okay, so we'll have to swing around and do that on the way back. Okay, Aranami. You there, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an Aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Ankoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Yep, so we're going to circle the island and get everything we need. Alright, maybe we can catch that fate before it's done. So let's mount up. That'll be faster than the sprinting. So we'll head over here. Alright. So there are people now that I'm on the quest. Funny that this would have taken me here anyway, but I explore for exploration's sake. Why does it have to shift and stutter still? Here you go. Medicines? Give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do ought to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Good, job done. Boop, jump and splash. Alright, that fate's still going? Yeah, it is. By the look of it, someone may be trying to go solo? Well, in that case, they could probably use some help. Alright. Oh, it's a group of them, huh? Well, I'll help out take out some of these ads. Alright, maybe now I should focus on him. The Kojin Samurai. Yeah, the ads just keep respawning. So maybe we should let our ads focus on them. Alright. Just gotta keep on going. Alright, and do uppercut and criticals. And get away from the other ads so that way I can focus on this guy. Alright, doing well so far. Yeah, more of them coming. Oh, now I have threat. Alright, switch to Earth. Featherfoot, switch to healing. Just in case. Alright, Featherfoot, you're back on free stance. I'm switching back to fire. Give another swift uppercut. Oh, that's why he's not holding threats as well, because he is a samurai as well. So I guess we'll bounce back and forth between who has aggro. Guess it's my turn. Alright, where? Oh, I'm pacified. Alright. Almost done. We almost got him. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. And tornado kick. Got him. Alright. But we still have more jobs to do, but we are out of time for this episode. So, we are going to end it here and continue on to the next. So, if you enjoyed this episode, give it a like. Any thoughts, comments down below. If you haven't subscribed, click on my beautiful face. If you like to support these videos, check out my Patreon. And thank you for watching. Till next time, later.